I'm like, well, I did that.
Yeah, there's my ass.
There it is.
Out on the
whole
internet.
thing, and it's tagged.
Not literally, so don't go looking for Lucy's
don't look
big,
for my
beautiful
ass.
ass. Can't live with it. Can't live without it. Let's talk about social media.
I need your love, but I don't. The fucking very crux of social media is like the desire to connect without looking thirsty, without fucking like letting anybody you need them too much. But that's why.
You need to be seen. Like, we all need to be seen, and that seems to be one big chunk of that.
Mm-hmm.
What do you like about social media?
I like the ability to connect with so many different people while having them all outside of my house. In some cases, I have friends that don't live here, and I love to be able to see them. I love to see their children. I love to see what they're accomplishing in their careers. It's nice to see what they find special,
Of course.
in their curated feed, and just being able to find so many people that have your similar tastes, being able to link up with like bands, being able to talk to, you know, in some cases when you want to talk to a celebrity via Twitter, that Twitter's not really my thing, but like just the access it gives you, but that's also the negative, is all the access it gives you and the access you give other people.
Yeah, I mean, I really appreciate the connectivity. It's too much for me.
Yeah. I
It's
understand.
a lot.
And sometimes it is. It's too much anyway, even when you do like it.
Kind of like, I feel... I love living in this world, I love the people in this world, but this world already kind of, to me, feels like a cacophony of pained and needy, and I don't mean that in the pejorative, I mean that we all need to be seen, we all need to be loved, and I think that's why, like, social media thrives, you know, it allows us to be seen and seen, like you said, in a curated way that we want people to see us, and I guess sometimes the falseness of some of it feels really palpable, and that makes me uncomfortable. I'm not trying to sound like a judgmental asshole or like an old person, because I think it's good. I want to be like,
Judgmental assholes and old people are prolific on social media.
Very true. But like, I mean to say that I think it's like a net positive. I wouldn't say like social media shouldn't exist, it sucks, it's a bad thing. Like, it's a little too much for me. I still have accounts, but I don't spend much time on there, and I do think that it appeals to basically our baser instincts.
Yeah, instant gratification.
Yeah.
And fucking...
And perform for people, like, make sure that you are, you know...
And it's connectivity while being disconnected. Yeah, it's replaced the face-to-face. There's, like, it's fine to not want that, but it is, like, it makes you feel isolated in a way. And especially when you're looking at everybody's highlight reel. And fucking comparing your own life and thinking, I'm fucking terrible. Look at all these people that have done X, Y, and Z by the age of whatever. And then you can list your credentials on your fucking profile so that everybody can come and feel sub-fucking, like, par or superior.
And it's, like, applied a numerical value. Like, in a lot of ways, to, like, how cool you are, how valuable you are, how beautiful you are.
How many likes on my profile picture.
How many followers do you have, though?
It's the access that it gives, like, on the good level and the bad. Like, and you're just exposing yourself to all sorts of things. Fucking putting up your... I mean, and just the access it gives to people. Randos that you would never know if you didn't have a fucking profile out there saying, I'm from here, I do this, these are my interests. And that just lets anybody, good or bad, find you.
Yeah.
And... that's, like, another fucking side of it, besides, like, I get to fucking show my little projected fucking version of my life up here.
Yeah.
Watch. But, and then there are the people that are fucking incredibly messy on social media.
Oof.
They show their whole life.
Yeah, the whole ass.
It's just making us, I think, unhappy, and making us, like, more doing rote little things, not because it gives us happiness, but because, like, we feel like we have to do that in order to appear normal.
And that's a weird phrase, social media. Like, the media of, like, your social life and of, like, our society. Like, why? This is a hard line to strike, because it's like, I'm cool with it. I think it's good that it exists. I think it's really helpful. But also, again, it just appeals to those basest instincts of, like, am I good? It's like, it's very hierarchical. It's very, like, ego-driven. It even has a literally very like addictive chemical component where like I'm grabbing my phone, I'm grabbing my phone.
Yeah, it's like rats with a pellet.
Yeah, where the lights,
let me press the little depressor.
I'm getting a literal
depressor.
Yeah, I'm getting a dopamine hit. Like every time I get this like, and God forbid you don't have any social media accounts. That's like something that's
that's a crazy person. You don't date that person.
I find it weird that people say that. I was like, I would kind of rather.
Yeah, it's kind of nice when somebody is not
plugged in.
It's nice. It's kind of like sexy when somebody's like, no, I don't
do
have any of that.
Oh, tell me more, because you probably think about things and do things.
How did you identify yourself outside of yourself? Oh, fuck you, man. You think you're better than me? It's like we're trying to create the celebrity experience, and it's the worst part of it.
Yeah.
We're not getting any of the money. We're not getting any of the fucking, like, oh my god, you're blah blah, I love your work. We're just having the constant, like, fucking threat of exposure, open yourself up to jeering, to judgment, to the fucking people getting to say whatever because you put it out there. Social media is also shitty in that you still have people that you may have cut out of your life by proxy, by the fact that they exist via social media. So it's a nice reminder. It's a nice relationship graveyard.
Yeah, and even if you like block them, Finstas exist, and that's like wild. That's
Finsta?
Oh, that's good that you don't know what that is. So I only recently learned about this. Like a fake Insta. Like you have
Oh, so you
can
fucking
follow people
so
that
you wouldn't watch their story.
To know that
you're
and you
following
don't.
them. Ah, y'all freaks.
Good things about social media, the Arab Spring. Like we find out things that are going on in other parts of the world, so that that web of connectivity like really does exist and is great. That like, oh my god, this is happening. Twitter, you know what I mean? Like that's where a lot of people go for their news. Like because it's like, oh, I'm going to see somebody put up a video, which is like fantastic and amazing. So like. Net positive, and I just say that because I know that we're talking about like a lot of the problems with it.
No,
it's
true. It brings causes together. It brings people around a collective issue, and it gets the information out quickly.
Yeah.
And people can post up videos of like, say, police brutality that somebody might try to block. No, I'm going to put that immediately on Facebook, and then it's going to get shared a zillion times.
And that's an evolution of collective consciousness.
It is.
That's like, oh, there is, as you said, like, oh, there is a police brutality problem. Oh, I didn't know because in my tiny town or whatever, that's not a thing. But oh my god, this is happening all the fucking time.
Right.
And then, like, big movements can happen. So there are enormous benefits to it. I think it's, you know what it is that it's just, social media is just people.
Yeah,
and
it's true. It's a gathering of any kind of people.
Yeah, it's a reflection, it's a mirror for society. When people are broadcasting their identity, it literally is like, this is my ego because this is my individual whatever. So then when you have this big mirror reflecting society, you see a lot of people being like, I exist!
I mean, and that's the whole thing. We all just want to be seen, like you said. We just want to be seen
and
loved and
ultimately.
Received and not judged. But oh man, does it open you up to judgment to be on social? I mean, again, it's just people.
And it's weird that, like we all want to be seen and we all want to be loved, and yet like it's when somebody leaves a negative comment that you're like,
and it gives people the opportunity to make comments like that from a distance where they don't have to feel the consequences in the same way, which opens us up to a different kind of fucking bullying and hating and that kind of thing, which is horrible, a horrible offshoot of it.
Like you said, when you take away that face-to-face like connection of like, I'm standing right in front of you, I can't call you like, all of these awful things and say everything you're trying to do is bullshit. A, because these trolls don't have the courage. But B, because you do when you're with somebody, genuinely most people feel that human thing of like, oh god.
Compassion, some fucking like, empathy.
Yeah.
Oh, I would hate to be
you're
called
an
a whatever.
You're 360-degree human being. You're not just this veneer.
So popular. Another good thing about it is crowdsourcing, how people can come together and fucking fund things that wouldn't get funded, again, issues that you wouldn't know about if not for fucking social media.
Help, I need to pay my cat's vet bill,
my cat was
an emergency.
My friend has an animal that's in trouble, or my friend lost all of their stuff in a house fire. If you can donate,
let me throw in these $10 I
yes.
have. Let me throw this in. Yeah, sure, I've got
that. Amazing thing about it. And
I would honestly delete it if it weren't for like sharing the
your work.
The like tarot and stuff, like, because it's just, because it does the same thing to me. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm immune. That's not why I'm like, oh, I'm not into this because like I'm immune to it. I'm not into it because like, like if I put something up and it's like, oh, it's a ghost town, like I feel fucking shitty and that's dumb. And I'm like, I don't want to feel like this. I don't want to care about this. You want
your self-esteem wrapped up in what some like faceless horde things.
Nothing.
Yeah. No.
Ghost approval.
There's-
Oh, good. I got ghost approval. All the ghosts in here think I'm cool. Great. Now I can sleep. Now I can go on with my life.
I probably wouldn't delete some of it. I have like stopped using it as much as I do because it has like had an effect on my mental health, which is already a thing. Like I don't need that kind of fucking shit. Yeah, I like it. I like the distance it gives me, but I recognize that that's the problem with it as well. I like that I can fucking give my friends feedback that will hopefully help their creations grow and be able to be proliferated. I don't like how disconnected it ironically makes us by being so connected.
Yeah.
By being so plugged in that we're fucking like juiced out.
Yeah.
Like you feel like fucking dead after a fucking day of scrolling, or that you're just laying there doing your goddamn rote like.
And you realize all of a sudden it's been an hour or more.
And I'm not even looking at anything. How did I end up on this fucking cousin of the fucking ex's sister? Like what? Where am I? How did I end up here? I'm on Garbage Island.
It also strikes me that it's kind of like eating a dessert that's made with like artificial sweetener, where maybe you're getting a little bit of something sweet at the time, but your body still knows the difference between like, have I actually gotten something like sweet, and therefore I still want more.
Well, if I just scroll a few more times, I'm gonna find that magical fucking video that makes me, I don't even know what.
Yeah,
feel
exactly.
satisfied that my search on the internet is over, that I can finally put my phone down and live my life outside of it.
And ironically, it feels like a lot of social media is to feel self-actualized, and then it puts you firmly in a place of I'm looking at myself through everybody else's eyes.
Yeah, here's my
own.
accomplishment, here's where I went to whatever.
You guys love me?
Is this good enough? Does everybody? Spring break! We're just perpetually running for our pellets on social media. We're just gonna keep fucking pressing it, hoping that something different will come out, but it's the same, it's alike. It doesn't, do you like it? Do you love it? Does it make you ha-ha?
Are you literally ha-ha?
Do you really love it?
Love? That's a strong word.
For a blurry photo of somebody's snot-nosed kid. It's great for pet photos. Please keep sharing your beautiful animals.
It's great for a lot.
Yeah, it is. I do enjoy it, but I recognize that it's really, really insidious in some ways, and that it worms its way into your consciousness, and it's making you have to live more than one life.
Yeah, people get eating disordered. People get into debt.
Right.
People really mess up their lives because they want to be
approved
something.
Of,
whether it's even
level.
Whether high level I want to be a fucking influencer, or low level I just want this many followers or whatever so I can feel whatever
for my work to get this many likes so that I can feel like it actually matters.
Yeah.
It also, things that are already hard in real life become harder on social media, like aging, like losing a relationship, like losing a job, like having a friend pass. Like there's just, it's curated again, like and now you've set up this version of your life, and now people get to make a comment.
That's very true, and
changes.
It's painful regardless, because whether you share it and you have to deal with the exposure and the shame and the vulnerability of that, or you feel compelled to hide and internalize whatever's happening because you don't want all these people to know, and either way, that's very like.
You're having to live a false life.
Yeah.
You're having to live more than one life, and you're. And then when those two lives like come against each other, like what are you supposed to do? You can't keep up a facade. That's why it's a facade.
Yeah, it feels exhausting.
It is. It's like being constantly on camera and constantly like, and then there's a panel of judges waiting to give you a numerical score based on what you do or don't. The angle you post
And
of
most
yourself.
of these people aren't terribly invested in you, so.
And why do you care?
Yeah.
What you think? And it's not, you're not wrong for caring. I give a shit too.
No, everybody
but like
does. We're programmed to
fuck
care.
the faceless horde, man. Fuck their likes and fuck their dislikes and fuck their angry reacts and fuck it.
Yeah.
It's not, in the grand scheme of things, it isn't real.
I told a friend of mine the other day, like, who was sending me like, oh god, I gotta get off Twitter or whatever, and I was like, yeah, sorry, every time you show me that, like, that just makes me think about how short a time I have left to live.
And
like,
what I'm spending my time doing. Just to think, like, the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning, if one of the first things you do is lean over and grab your phone and open up your fucking little box instead of looking out at your actual outer world.
I'm here for these
Look at
pellets.
my tiny, my fucking little, like,
My Coke pellets.
and then you're fixated on this and nothing that's going on around you is coming in.
Social media's rotting us from the inside.